smile's always shining out, and they know what it's all about. It's not hard for them to figure out the way you show Jesus. You know love is what they heard, and you didn't even say a word. Ain't it funny, that's the way it works. So when you know Jesus, oh, it's like flipping on a light switch when you're walking into this room. It's so undeniable. I gotta tell you that I like the way anytime, anywhere, any place, it's written all over your face. The way you love Jesus, and it always speaks to me. A little joy with a touch of peace. It's so inspiring, the way you show Jesus. So give me that, and show me that, show me that. Oh, give me that, the way you show Jesus. When I'm feeling down on my luck, when life's hard and times get tough, you're right there to pick me up. When you bring Jesus, 'cause every now and then we all need a really good friend. You're always one of them when you show Jesus. And oh, it's like flipping on a light switch when you're walking into this room. You're so unmistakable. I gotta tell you that I like the way anytime, anywhere, any place, it's written all over your face. The way you love Jesus, and it always speaks to me. A little joy with a touch of peace. It's so inspiring, the way you show Jesus. So give me that, and show me that, Oh, give me that, the way you show Jesus. Oh, it's like flipping on a light switch when you're walking into this room. You're so unmistakable. And oh, show up any time of day. You can never get here too soon. You're so unbelievable. You're so unbelievable. Just give me that, and show me that, Oh, give me that, the way you show him. I gotta tell you that I'm rocking the way. Anytime, anywhere, any place, it's written all over your face. The way you love Jesus, the way you love, and it always speaks to me. A little joy with a touch of peace. And it's so inspiring, the way you show Jesus. So give me that, and show me that, Oh, give me that, the way you show Jesus. So give me that, hey, show me that, Oh, give me that, the way you show Jesus.
That they both love me and they both keep me in their hearts, and I keep them in mind too.
They really have the heart for other people. As far as ministry goes, they really take the time to feed them, get to know them. They're really people-oriented. They have a heart for the youth. And yeah, they just have great hearts to serve the Lord. And they're the awesomest pastors in the whole world.
Well, I learned a lot, but I was just going to mention a few things that I learned so much about them. Is that they love God, and they love so much about this church. And I would say they love our children, because they've been asking us about how we're doing in class and stuff. And they're supportive, and they care about us. Thank you.
What I know about my pastors is that they are very genuine as far as how they care about each and every one of us here in this church. They do take everything that we go through here personally within the body very seriously, and their love for us is very genuine. They really do care about how things are working out in our everyday lives, how we work, how we're handling our children, and basically they know when we're doing well and when we're missing it. And I believe if there's anything that I can really say about them is how genuine they are, and how caring and how loving, and how much they really take as far as how we are every day, how they take it very seriously. And we always say it's very important to know or to be in the right place, and it's very important what church you go to and who you're under, because if you're not under the right leading or the right guidance, it's life or death. So they take that very seriously. So being a member of this church, being a member of the body, being a member of this family, I know I'm very blessed to have parents like them, because they are very genuine.
To learn more about God, to learn more about the Bible, and to learn how to be a child of God.
It's important to have a pastor, because a pastor guides you, and like if no one's guiding you, or if you don't have a pastor, then you're stranded in a sense. But like we need a shepherd, because we're all considered sheep, and there's a lot of stories about how sheep are, when they're not with their shepherd or the shepherd's not there, they get hurt or they get something bad happens to them. So I think it's important to have a pastor so they can guide you. Yeah.
I think it's important to have pastors because they introduce us into a spiritual realm, which I think the Lord, they give them messages to tell us, and we learn about it. And also, it's important to have pastors because they give us word of advices, and they can take us out of I would say, some people that has darkness, they're in dark places, and I think it's important to have them because I think they're such a great source of that the Lord provides to help us overcome our fears and also overcome our darkness and overcome dark clouds hovering above us. So yes, I think those are the reasons why I think it's important to have pastors in our lives, and also it brings together a community. And yeah,
I think a person without a pastor is a lot like a fatherless child. Everyone needs somebody to learn from. We all have good intentions wanting to follow God, but we don't know what the right steps are. So God puts people in your life to teach you those kind of things. Everybody's connected to somebody, yeah.
Well, this a lot of answers for that, but one of the most important is like Pastor was talking, we are the sheep and God is the shepherd. So for us as a church member, we are the sheep and Pastor is our shepherd. So I know we're not supposed to follow a man, we have to follow God. But for me, Pastor is a man of God. So that it gives us an answer for a question that why we have a pastor, because each and every one of us can be one church. We have to be together and follow one man. That's the man of God, and for me, that's pastor, the man of God.
Pastor Tracy gives me lollipops, and they give the word out to all the people in our church. and I just love my pastors.
Okay, I love them because they teach me so much, and I couldn't do anything without them. I thank you for the Lord for providing them in my life. I've learned a lot from them. Love you, Mom and Dad.
I love how my pastors don't compromise their word to and for the people. You're welcome.
Hey guys, sorry I can't be at church, but happy Pastor Appreciation Month. I love and miss you all, especially you and Mom and Dad. You guys have truly been a blessing in my life. You guys have taught me a lot about faith and growing as a person and growing under God. And you guys have totally inspired me to apply the word to my life, my daily life, and my life is going pretty good right now. So thank the Lord and thank you guys. You guys are such a blessing, and I love you guys forever. Yes. Have a good one. Bye.
What I love about my pastors are you guys brought me closer to God, and I really want to thank you guys for that. And you also have done so much for me as as a believer, and you've taken care of me, you let me in your home, and I just want to thank you a lot for that.
The main thing I love about my pastors is they're like living proof that God really does work through people, and it gives me like faith that God can not only work through them but can work through me as well. And that's what I love about them the most, and it shows that when you dedicate your life truly to God, that anything can be done, like anything is possible with God. And I just want to say a special thank you to Pastor for accepting us in his church, and the whole church as well for accepting me and my brother Shalom and with open arms, as well as Jack and Mane, and not doing anything like the other church we went to. And I just want to say thank you for that. And if it was for you guys, we'd probably be somewhere doing local Kameki or something. So we thank you, and I love you guys, and God bless.
What I love about my pastors is that their hearts for the Lord is very unique, and it's so real, and their love for people, and so much more. That's it. Amen. God bless.
Pastor Tracy, she said that the Lord is Christ Jesus and your Savior. Pastor Faiu said that faith is the substance in your life.
What I've learned from my pastors is that unconditional love doesn't really only come from your parents, but it can come from other people as well. And it's kind of amazing that they show unconditional love to me, only knowing them for a short amount of time. Yeah.
So since I've been coming here, I learned that my pastors, they love me so much. They check in on me all the time. They come to every one of our games, not only for their children, but for us too. And they keep us on a steady track to come Mondays and Wednesdays, and we always got to come Sundays. So I thank you for everything. You changed my life around from what it was before.
One thing I learned from my pastors is to always put God first, no matter what I'm going through or what situation I'm in. Always lean on Him and believe and always live by faith.
Men wat learn my pastors learn van alle faith me ke alwai. Hape ke la vea, fa kasi ana ka kalo ni meanga. O kalo fa ro, me ngai lo mai le believe lo kalo. Afo. Ma wo fa ngalo faith me ke mi umma. Yang ke mi ke la vea imma, ke mi mo mi simbe. Fa nga ke mi Romba was a mere fa pe maru scaroma so me ke.
One thing that stuck out to me, or that still sticks out to me, that I've learned from both you, Mom and Dad, aside from walking in faith, is the compassion that you both have for people. Before being in the leadership position that I'm in now, you've always dealt with me about how I deal with people. I guess as training ground You've always taught me, not just through words or anything like that, but also through your own actions and how you deal with people. But you've always shown me that people are different, and wherever we go, we're gonna always have to deal with people, whether in ministry or just, you know, in general. But we have to have compassion for the people. Not everyone is gonna be at the same level that we're at, or, you know, we may not be at the same level that they're at, but still yet we have to learn to walk in love with the people that we're in, especially that we're in ministry with. So that's what stuck out, and that's still something that I try to keep in the forefront as far as working as in the ministry now alongside with others and under your leadership. And that's something that I truly appreciate, because it's not just something that you say and try to teach at me, so to speak, but you show it in just how you deal with us and how you deal with me and how you've always dealt with me since I've been little. So yeah, that's what I've learned.
I've learned how to dwell within the spirit realm, which I have never done, consistently. In the old church I came from, and it was always like you have to balance your religious side and your natural side. But when I entered into Word of Faith by the Bay, and what I've learned from pastors is that you have to you always got to be consistent within the spiritual realm, because in the spiritual realm is where all the answers are at. Because I don't see it where you have to balance your spiritual side and your carnal side, because the carnal side is where all destruction is. But we do have to we do have to live within our spiritual side, because it's all where all the answers are. I mean, if you're gonna pray carnally, I doubt if you get anything. That's what I've learned from from being under Pastor Faye with Pastor Tracy.
Baftai.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Just
you.
one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor. We love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
From my heart to yours, thank you, Mom and Dad.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Say it again.
Thank you.
They're very much people persons. Is that right? Is that a word?
What do you know about your pastors?
They really have a heart for the people. The heart for the people. Wait, read.
Is it on?
What's one thing you love about your pastors?
I love how my pastors don't compromise the word to and for the people.
Okay. Those things smell like grape. Okay. What's something that you've learned from your pastors, both of them?
Are you guys in your bubbles? Okay.
We're gonna be the only ones with bubbles.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, but your question, what's the question?
Okay.
Are you ready? Yes.
Okay. It is important to have a pastor.
Remember that this is going to be shown in front of the whole church.
Okay. So why is it important to have a pastor?
I forgot what I was gonna say. We're starting over again.
Yeah,
okay.
this is just gonna be a blooper.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Wait.
Just whenever you're ready.
Thank
say
you,
thank
Lord,
you. Smile.
Thank you.